Hey guys, in this video we're going to be designing something cool in plasticity. It's going to be a sci-fi grenade. So let's get started. And we're going to start with a cylinder. So let's nuke that. We're going to add a cylinder here. Maybe that tall. And then I'm going to Shift A and run an edge here at maybe 55 degrees or something like that. And I'm going to revolve it around. So let's revolve it around this top here. There we go. And we're gonna move it up a little bit, yeah? Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this one and scale this on y-axis a bit. And move this one a bit higher. Then we're gonna select this one, Q, and slice it, right? So we can nuke this. Now this is a little bit too thin, so let's pop it in a bit. There we go. And maybe not that much. That should do. Cool. Now in the front, we're going to run a rectangle here. So C and pop this in here, drop it down. Right, make it a little bit larger. Let's bevel the top here. And maybe not so much. Cool, and let's just, move it a bit here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna patch it. And then we're going to extrude it. I'm gonna nuke this nonsense here. GY, move it, come on. GY, move it in. And we're going to chamfer it. But before I do that, let me... Now we're gonna boolean this, but before I do that, I wanna actually drop the edge here. So let me just nuke this shit here in the middle. There we go. Let's move this face closer. And let's actually cut this here like this. So Shift A. We could repeat the same angle, but I think I'm gonna go with 45. And, pop this somewhere here. Maybe this is too steep. I think it's too steep. Let's run it at maybe 30. Yeah, it's better. And then select the curve and cut this one, right? So nuke that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this one, Q, and cut it, right? So we're gonna get something like this, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't actually mind dropping this a little bit lower. Somewhere here, maybe, right? Maybe. That looks cool. Guys, quick interruption here. I would like to tell you that we launched a brand new coaching content, which is called Hard Surface Academy. It includes all of our content plus personalized coaching. So if you would like to get better at hard surface modeling, whether it's Blender, plasticity, you're using, software for your job, for your business, or you just want to get better at modeling, or you want to create better portfolio, so you maybe want to improve your skills as a designer, etc., then click the link in the video description, check the Hard Surface Academy offer, and if you're interested, book a call. It's a non-commitment call. We're gonna hop on a chat, have a talk about what's your situation, where you want to get to, and see if we can help you. So if you're interested and you need some personalized coaching from us, then click the link in the video description and book a call with us. So now here on the top, what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this one and Shift D, select it and thicken this, right? A little bit, and I'm going to make it larger, so as Shift Z and GZ, and maybe I'm gonna do something like this in here. Grab this face and drop it down. Let's chamfer this, and then we're gonna chamfer this one. In fact, before we do that, let's decide how wide I want this. Maybe a little bit less wide, something like this. So sticking outside this top, but not too much, you know what I mean? I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, so on top of this, we're gonna keep going. So let's just insert this, and we're going to pop it up. Or in fact, another element would be fine. So let's just duplicate it. Where is it? Let me just hide this. There we go. And then thicken this. Cool. And this could be actually taller. Let me see that. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we're gonna have the mechanism here. Okay, cool. So that's good. And we could have some suppler bevel here for sure. Yep. That looks good. And then we could have actually, I mean, a bevel here in the bottom would work. Chamfer would be nice as well. But I think maybe chamfer is good. And then we could have bevel here and bevel here. And we could cut it across. So Shift A. And actually even cut it somewhere here. At maybe 45 degrees. And then mirror this. Then grab these two. Join them and cut this, right? And then we could run bevel here. So let me see this. Bevel here. Bevel here. And then the bevel should work here. Now we got this issue here with the uneven bevel. So what you can do instead is grab this bridge surface tool, click here, drag it, and should work. There we go. See, and you're gonna have an even bevel. This is kind of a similar effect as with the pipe trick before the update. So anyway, here what we're gonna do, we're gonna run a bevel, or maybe chamfer. I think bevel's gonna be better. Then we're gonna grab this one, Shift D, and grab this, and we're going to thicken that, move it outside, and then we're going to chamfer this one. Right, this should do for now. All right, here what we're gonna do, we're gonna run another cut. We could actually run it like this as well. We could go at 60. Up to here and then mirror. Then grab them both, join them, move them up. Could actually extend this. Let me just extend that. And extend this one. If you don't know what it is, the pie menu, just Google it, plasticity pie menu. You can make one yourself. And just cut this one, right? There we go. Okay, that looks a bit better. And here, what I would do is I would run a bevel, or maybe not. Maybe run a chamfer here. I think it's gonna be interesting. Cool, right? So for now, this will do, yeah. Then what we need some kind of an interest here. So let's go with an isoparam here on this one. So select that, and let's go Control R and do this, and then we can make this one a bit larger. Create some chamfer here, and also chamfer here. And this will do. Then also what I want some tiny holes in here. So let's go from this area, press B for new body, move it in here, scale this, and drop this down, and move it in here, right? And then I'm going to rotate it, around, I would say 15. Maybe, and then see how deep we want to go. We don't want to go too deep. This will do, right? So now all these cylinders here. So let's grab this one, press Q, then select all of them here. And we're good to go. How we looking? Yeah, this is looking good. Here too, we could have a bit of a chamfer. Could be small one. So it's different size than this here. And I think we're good to go. And the bottom one could be actually a bevel. Cool. And then we could also have a bevel here. So how we looking? Yeah, this is looking good. Okay. Now, what I do want is I want these edges selected. So Control 2 to select the edges and deselect these ones. Let me just isolate it. Wait a minute. This is completely unnecessary. So let's just nuke this. One more time, Control 2 and 2 for edges, deselect this one. And then what we're going to do, we're going to chamfer these. And then one more time, and Control 2. And then we're going to bevel these. Just a tiny bevel, right? And it's gonna look peachy, okay? Just nuke that. Awesome. Okay, so that's done now. Let's work on this one. So let's create something here. So let's press C. Let's drop it down. Shit, it's not in the middle. Let's just put it in the middle. There we go. And whoops. Let's bevel this. Let's imprint this. Let's bring it in. Shift D. Let's thicken this. And let's actually align this. So align these two, and this one could be chamfered and this one could be actually beveled. And then I'm gonna run a circular cut here like this. Press B and move it up here. Select that and boolean this, right? So we're gonna run the chamfer, then grab this one. We're gonna insert this and oops, that's a bit too far. Bevel this. Grab this one, insert it. And do something like this here. That works. And what we can do, we can mirror this now. Yes, so mirror the shape and then mirror these two. And we should be good to go. Perfect. Okay. Right, now here in the middle, what I want to do is I want to create kind of like a pattern, grooves. And there are many ways of doing this. What we could do is actually borrow this one. Hang on, Shift D and move it in here. Let's go to local and I'm gonna cut this. So let's just nuke this here. Then I'm going to mirror this to the other side. And then I'm going to trim stuff I don't need and then keep this one. Perfect. Let's go back. And let's drop it down. Still too big, I think. Just maybe make it a bit smaller. Yeah, this could work. And we're going to project. Let's actually straighten it. Then let's project it. So project it onto the can. I mean, onto the grenade, sorry. And then we're going to pipe it up. And it's not too big. Maybe a bit too big. Something like that. And then let's create endings here. So kind of like supple endings. There we go. Can I make a full in here? Attention, distance. Let's make it 0. No, we can't. Unfortunately, I cannot click on the side here would not work as in, because with cylinders what you can do, right? I'll show you. If you have a cylinder, if you run the bevel and click on the side, it's gonna make a full sphere, but I mean half a sphere, but here you can't do that with a pipe, unfortunately, so it's a bit fiddly. Unless I don't know the way to do this, so well, that should do. And then we can mirror this, right? So Alt X and Q, and then we're going to array this going down. Maybe not as many, maybe 5, and maybe something like this, and then drop it down a bit lower here. I think this is gonna be okay. And then select this one and simply, you know, cut it. And then we can run a chamfer, bevel here. So bevel on this and then select all these with control. So you're gonna repeat the same bevel. How are we looking? Oh yeah, this is much better. This is much better. Cool. So let's mirror to the other side. Awesome. So that's more or less done. Now in front here I would also like another cut, but this can wait. Let's make the top here. So what we could do is borrow this this face here, so Shift D, and where is it here? Thicken this, and I want to extend it this way. You know, it's gonna be easier to do it with a circle, I think. So let's select this one, Shift D, select that, go to the top view, and let's isolate it. Now let's run tangent lines here. Let's mirror this. Let's close it here, right? And I'm gonna select both. In fact, what I could do is offset this, then select all of them and drop them down, and select this one and drop it up. Pop it up, sorry. So there we go. Let's go back. This looks good. Now I would like this to be a little bit larger, so we could just scale this a little bit. Pop a chamfer here, and definitely a chamfer here, and a chamfer here. Now this also here could be, this one actually could be a little bit lower, so select both of them and drop them down a bit. Okay, and I would like to cut it, so let's just go with a rectangle and cut it in here like this. Maybe. Let's imprint this and then drop this down here. Select these two, bevel them, full, and chamfer it. Okay, peachy. Guys, quick interruption here. I would like to tell you that we launched a brand new coaching content, which is called Hard Surface Academy. It includes all of our content plus personalized coaching. So if you would like to get better at hard surface modeling, whether it's Blender, plasticity, you're using, software for your job, for your business, or you just want to get better at modeling, or you want to create better portfolio, so you maybe want to improve your skills as a designer, etc., then click the link in the video description, check the Hard Surface Academy offer, and if you're interested, book a call. It's a non-commitment call. We're gonna hop on a chat, have a talk about what's your situation, where you want to get to, and see if we can help you. So if you're interested and you need some personalized coaching from us, then click the link in the video description and book a call with us. That works. And now here in the back, we need to figure out this mechanism, right, for releasing the pin and all that. This could be kind of a similar distance here, more or less. That will work. Now in this situation here, you know what, I'm going to grab these two chamfers and nuke them. And before I do anything, I'm going to bevel this here. And then I'm going to chamfer. And same here. How are we looking? I think this is better. And then I can run a hole here, so, for the pin. So, one more time. So let's run this in here. B for new body, and just let's move it across. And this is a bit too large. So now Q, and boom. In fact, we could keep the tool. Let me just move it somewhere here. All right, so Q here, select that, T to keep this element. Let's actually run a chamfer here. Let's grab this face and pop it in. And we could run a chamfer here too. Then select that, offset it, pop it in, and another chamfer. Cool. And then let's mirror this. And we think we PG. Well, this side's gonna have to be a bit different, but actually we can fix this. So let's just bring it out and nuke this one, and we will need a pin here. So, we're gonna need something like this here, right? And then chamfer, there we go, and then hole through it so we can create a pin here, right? So let's just run another one here in the middle. Just run it through. Didn't go through. One more time. Just B for new body and move it in. And then cut it. Right, and then chamfer this. Alright, here on the side, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a ring. So just, like a wheel. I mean the circle. And don't make it too big because it's gonna clip, right? So pipe, and make it a bit thicker. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna just simply rotate it. So R, and pop a pivot point here on the top somewhere, maybe here, and rotate it like this. And then just move it in here. And I think it will do. Okay. So there's a pin there. And the last thing we need is the, the release mechanism here. So we could grab a line here and do something like this. Right. And this could be beveled. This could be beveled. And this could be beveled. Then extrude this. And then thicken this on both sides. So press tab. And let me see that. Put it in the middle here. Where's the goddamn middle? That's the middle, right? Yep. Drop it down and move it up here. Okay. And then we're gonna create this kind of a release here. So we can go even from this side all the way here. Bevel this, but we're not gonna be able to see that in a way. And then just simply cut it. Right? And this is gonna create, whoops. Let's just run bevels here. Okay. I'm gonna have to repeat on all the edges, but it's okay. Repeat them here, 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 and here. Are we good? We good? And then we can run bevels here. Yep, that will work. And obviously we need some bevels here, right? So just make it supple. And I'm gonna make this handle hollow in 2 places. So, oh yeah, we need to also fix this one here. And then Shift A, actually no, let's grab another square box and let's run it from the middle. So from here and C, drop it down, and this should do. Where is this thing? There we go. Select all these and bevel them. Then we go into, I can actually just duplicate it. Select them both and cut through it. So, you know, it's going to be lighter in form, basically, right? And just run it on all the edges. Cool. That looks good. And I think we're done. Another thing what we could do is add kind of like a clip in here. So let's just run another cut here. Maybe a bit wider. And bevel it. And then we're going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me just move this a little bit further away here. I'm going to patch it and extrude it. Then let's pop it in and actually cut it. So yeah, that will work. Maybe a bit deep, maybe this could also be interesting. No, this makes no sense. Let's pop it deeper. So here what I want to do, I want to draft his face a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Maybe that will do. And move it up here. Then we're going to bevel this. And then bevel this. Have a look in. That looks good. And then we can offset this a little bit here and we can extrude this on F straight here. Bevel these. Huh, what's going on here? Let me just nuke these one more time. There we go. Bevel these and maybe move this one a little bit deeper. Right, so now here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select these two faces and I'm gonna make them wider and then run a bevel. And then we're going to run another shape here. Like this. Right, so somewhere here. In fact, we could break this in here, symmetrize it, grab this one, or these two, bring them down, and then bring them in. And mirror this. Okay. Ah, that's the problem. Okay. Let's go to local. Let's cut this. Let's nuke this nonsense. Grab this one and mirror it. And then we're gonna combine them both. There we go. Now, these two on the top should, whoops, these two on the top should be, in fact, I don't need this one. These two on the top should be, actually no, they should be, we should probably trim this. And then grab these two, whoops, and run an edge here like this. Then mirror this. Join them all together and then bevel these. Bevel these. And then bevel these. I don't need this one. Let me see that. Cool, and then we can run a pipe on it. Control E. It's a little bit too big, right? It's a little bit too big. So let's just grab these and move them up. Right, and maybe should be a little bit more narrow. Start somewhere here. Pipe it. You see that? Yeah, that looks better. That's cool. I think we're good. Cool, I think we're good. So there you go. And we can pop some mats here, very simple ones. So let's see that. That's cool. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one. Why not? Or the other way around. This one could be the same, or maybe darker one. This could be darker too. that will do. Well, there you go, guys. That's a grenade in plasticity, but you know, modeling can be tricky. So if you need some help with plasticity or Blender, then click the link in the video description and check out our Hard Surface Academy offer. Is amazing. There's a whole curriculum over there. There's also a personal coaching involved. So check it out. If you're interested, book a call. We're gonna hop on a call, have a chat. It's a loose chat, no commitment, and we're gonna see what's your situation, where you wanna get to, and we're gonna see if we can help you or not. Okay? So check the link in the video description, click it, book a call, and we're gonna see you there. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.